I've been away for 4 weeks, and when I returned, I was stunned to see how much this plant grew. And actually, at the end of the video, I'm going to share another plant that completely took me by surprise. So bear with me and also subscribe to my channel. I hope you can find some interesting tips from my journey and what I've learned. Bronze fennel is an herb, and I happen to have it in my garden not because of its herbal or seasoning properties, which I hear are great, although a little bit more bitter than the other fennel, but because of its beautiful ornamental appeal. I first saw this plant in a garden design book, and I instantly was attracted to the fluffy, light and almost dreamy, foggy appearance of the plant. So the color is absolutely amazing. It's a deep green with bronze touches, which gives it so much depth that it's a great plant to have on its own or combined as a background for other colorful flowers. Now, as it grows, it changes its appearance. It can reach 6 to 7 feet tall, which is exactly what happened to me. And it's middle of summer, and now I come back to this monstrous 6-foot bronze fennel. As it grows, the foliage is a little bit more scattered, so it's not as full, and it has this crown of delicate light yellow flowers. If you ever think about summer look, summer meadow, that is it. That's basically what this plant represents. It's very easy to plant and very easy to find. First of all, if you go to any of your local garden centers or nurseries, you will find them in the pollinator sector. So this is a lovely plant for a swallowtail butterfly. And so if you want to see caterpillars and show them to your kids, you can have a bit of a nature show when you have it in your garden. So let's talk about the placement. It's not as straightforward, to be honest, because when it's smaller, and it starts very early in the season. So it was one of the first perennials I've seen started sprouting. So when it's April, May, you will have this nice, rounded, beautiful plant that will fill in the border that is still lacking in foliage and color. So for that reason alone, it's great to have it middle or maybe even in front of the border. But it grows really fast. So when you see it in August, in July, or in September, this is going to be a monstrous plant. So even though the foliage is very see-through, and also the flowers, depending on how many do you have in one spot, they can be a nice sort of veil, or they can be more dense. So I would say you can place it at the back of your border and focus on enjoying the flowers if this is what you find more attractive. Or you can place it middle of the border to be able to enjoy those beautiful shaped bronze fennel young plants, and trim it as it goes up if you have other plants behind so they don't obstruct the view. It spreads and reseeds very easily, which is a great and not so great thing. So you'll see little fennels in the garden as this plant gets established. It's a perennial plant, so it comes back every year. What can be great about it is that I have some young new plants that are sprouting in front of this older and more established and taller plant. So I have nice deep foliage here at the bottom, and I don't get to see those long stems. Now let's take a look at the other plant that completely took me by surprise at what it's capable of in just 4 weeks. When I was leaving, I saw a tiny leaves emerge, and when I arrive, it's a 7-foot tall plant with beautiful flowers on top, and that's canna lily. So if you have spots in your garden you want to fill in quickly with fast growing plants that are beautiful, canna lily and bronze fennel are a great choice.
Like and subscribe to the Traveling Gardener. Happy gardening!